Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Skull Meatloaf podcast. My name is Anne. It's where we talk about healing on your own terms at any pace, any way you know how, as long as it's not at the expense of others. We do not vibe with that here. Yet one of the things we do vibe with is sharing stories and narratives, and that's what the 5 Minute Meatloaf is about today. The 5 Minute Meatloaf is something that I really dedicate in a mindful media way, things to consider, topics to talk about for you to walk away with and see how you feel, think, and reflect on them. And it's important anytime you'll see my podcast and anybody seeing YouTube or on Spotify will see the video, it pops up. All of these, whether it's a stream, whether it is a podcast, whether it's a post, these are always educational only. They never replace anything that you're going through, any treatment, any formal treatment, any healing that you're doing. These are things to consider. And the story that I'm going to share today is, although this is dropping a week later from Mother's Day, I'm doing it the day before Mother's Day. And I just like when I do my gift or I do my card to my mom, I really try to be thoughtful with it. I am extremely grateful for her and my father. They're kind, considerate, really intelligent people. And I'm not just talking about intelligent in various ways that everybody would think, but emotionally intelligent. They have very high EI and they pass that along to me. And the topic that I'm going to be sharing, as you can see, the title today is Bring Others With or Bring People With. When I was really young, my mom and dad always gave me kind of like nuggets of truth. They would nuggets of advice most of the time, and I consider this way rather than a believe or do this way. The only thing that was really wrong that they would outline as a rigid wrong was like things that were unsafe to sell for others, in the essence of like you don't want to hurt yourself or other people. Yet they really encourage just personal growth and freedom of thought, and especially having a really strong soul like me. Let me tell you, I don't know how my parents didn't put me up for adoption or multiple times. Those are stories for another day. Yet they would always, whether it was a good situation they were proud of or, something that they really enjoyed or about me, they would give me some sort of advice related to it. Or if it was something that didn't go so well, something that was potentially hurtful to me or others, and they would give some sort of nugget of truth or advice. And there's one that's really sticking with me as I was going into my young adulthood. And I say it's like late teens. And I asked my mom, like, what she wanted for us as her kids. Did she want us to get married? Did she want us to go to college? Did she want us to have kids? Did she want us to stay near her? Did she want us to stay like in Wisconsin where we grew up so we would be close? And I asked her all these questions, and a lot of them just natural foolish assumptions, right? That assuming like what parents would want, that it was something tangible like that. And my mom looked at me really seriously. She goes, "There is one thing above all else, because I already know I have kind kids." She says that was very important to her, like kind, down to earth children. And she always made the joke, all three of her kids got most down to earth in high school. When you do like those ratings your senior year, she always laughs. She goes, "That's something to be proud of." And they all were seen as funny, which were bonuses. And that's because all of us got on the funny, top three funny too. And she said, "Those are all great things." And she's like, "But above all, I want them to be happy for people. If there's anything that I teach my children, I want them to be happy for people. When they succeed, when things come up, when that they encourage others, that they focus on education and not shaming, that they focus on conversation and not boxing people out, but engaging with conversations and being curious." But she said, "Above all else, I want them to be happy for people." One of the things that's unique to my sister, my late brother, and I, is we are. Not only are we kind and good and give back and focus on education, all of us, yet we are really genuinely happy when people succeed, especially those closest to us. And I can say for me, there's not an ounce of, like, I feel of jealousy or envy when people I love or anybody succeeds at something that they work so hard for, and it's so exciting when they do that, and I'm thinking and reflecting that also as I'm watching my students be hooded today. It's the hooding ceremony for my master's level students, and I feel the same way as I'm kinda doing their cards and their little, things that I give them, and I'm just genuinely happy for them. My point of the 5-minute meatloaf today is a consideration to bring people with and be happy for them, and realize that that makes much more of an impact than sitting in our own thoughts and doing comparisons, because I do believe comparison is one of the thieves of joy. And as you consider that today, and as hopefully it's as beautiful by you as it is by me, and if you are a mother, happy Mother's Day. And if you are grieving a mother, do whatever you need to do to take care of yourself today. As always, evolve and heal on, my friends. We'll see you soon.